Okay, first time, welcome of guests and public comment. So anybody out there that wants to say anything needs to stand up right now, and let me know, and we'll allow the public comment period to begin. Anyone?
Anybody?
We're looking at you.
We're looking at you, Robert.
I don't want the new director to think that I complain or I'm an ankle biter, so we'll just pass.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay, anyone else wish to stand or approach the mic or say anything? Anybody? No? Okay, next item of business. We are gonna discuss the minutes before we come to the election, right? Yeah. Item 3 in your packet, gentlemen, is the minutes. The last monthly minute and then the two days up in Santa Fe. Okay. So under tab 3 there.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, I hear a motion to approve minutes as
Second.
mailed out by Jarrett. And who's saying that? George?
George did.
And seconded by George. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passes. Next minute, pair of minutes. I suggest we do those as a pair. They're just showing that we were there at Santa Fe on the 16th and the 17th.
Make a motion to.
All right, Larry made a motion, Jared seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, that's the minute. All right, Lisa, it's time for you to take over with the certificates of election administrated on the office.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
So first, congratulations to Mr. Ivy and Mr. Hector Rodriguez for your, Mr. Ivy, your re-election, and our new board member, Mr. Hector Rodriguez, in position 5, I'm sorry.
She really needs condolences, Hector, but she's gotta say.
2 and 5, I'm sorry about that.
You got snacks down there.
It's not that bad, we get some.
Yes, so at this time, we will administer your oath. So if you can please approach your seat,
Okay.
and then we will administer that.
And you've got it right inside your little packet there.
And Mr. Ivy, if you could stand as well, we'll do them together.
All right. Okay, raise your right hand.
Yes. I
I,
I,
Arthur H. Ivy Jr.,
Go ahead.
Hector L. Rodriguez,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the Office of Director, Division 5,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the Office of Director, Division 2
of the El Paso County Water Improvement District Number 1,
of the El Paso County Water Improvement District Number 1,
a political subdivision of the state of Texas,
a political subdivision of the state of Texas,
will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and this state, so help me God.
and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and the state, so help me God.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Hey.
Welcome, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Just turn your plate around now. Oh, you did?
Already did.
Oh. Thank you, Mr. Assistant.
Just put it on my tab.
We'll talk to Mary about that.
Okay, very good.
And now we have the election of officers.
Okay, we have the election of the officers, all right. The current officers, Arthur Ivy, President, Larry Ceballos is Vice President, George Brooks is Treasurer,
Secretary.
Secretary, not Treasurer. Is Jared?
Yeah, he's
like an
an assistant.
assistant
Secretary.
secretary?
Get paid the same.
Yeah. All right, and Hector's our new board member. So, anybody make a motion for any of those positions?
Make a motion to keep it the same. Can I amend it?
I think so. Keep the same slate. All right, I hear Jared motion that we keep the same officers for this year,
As is.
and Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Same sign.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much. All right, now with that, Mary, you get to jump into the hot seat here. Hot seat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The first report is our monthly statement investment report. We do have one coming up for renewal in June, which is with the Treasury. We'll go ahead and reinvest, as well as some invoices were sent out, and with those funds, once we receive, we'll go ahead and reinvest as well. And that will be either to the money market account or our going and soliciting to either a certificate of deposit or a treasury money.
Okay. The treasury the same way? You might move that treasury into the money market, possibly?
I might possibly, depending on the rate.
If the rates. I noticed today that everybody took a jump up.
Today, the 1 month rate for the treasury is at 3.70.
Who do you deal with at the bank?
At Woodstart,
Uh-huh.
I deal with Rosa Butcher.
Jared need to put in a good word there. Okay. Okay, that looks good to me, Mary.
Okay, our following is our balance sheet report. We have received several invoices that have been paid. The ones pending at this moment, there was the drain maintenance quarterly payment that was issued out, as well as some dust abatement gates and a license.
Okay.
And as stated, within this month, the first quarter and second quarter of our 2001 employment contract has been issued.
Yeah, and they're reflected in this?
No, that will be reflected on the next.
Okay, so they're not reflected, okay, gotcha. Okay, our balance sheet. Anybody has a question on that balance sheet? Don't hear anything, Mary.
The following is our net revenue. We will be coming to you in June's board meeting with our budget amendments. We did meet with the executive committee this last week, and we're following through and making some adjustments.
And we'll have that ready next month, yeah,
Correct.
for approval.
Correct, for a
Mary, what, on 40251, that amount there, can you explain that to us again? You may have asked this before, but is that a,
That is our 2001 implement contract with El Paso Water.
oh, okay.
And the first quarter and the second quarter was just sent out. It's a total of $1,443,443 for those two first quarters.
Okay, so it's 4 times a year.
4 times a year, correct?
And we're gonna show that next month.
Yeah.
That's the one that we were.
There will be an adjustment to reduce, correct?
Yeah, there will be an adjustment based on our allotment. Based on, I don't know, whatever our allotment is. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mary, I think that's pretty clear. Anybody got any other questions on that net revenue?
Following is our $1,000 check report.
This is probably for Pete. Number 9, about these tires. Do we have our own tire machine here to mount them?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I never knew that, but I was figuring it'd be a good idea if we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Even the big ones?
Yes, sir.
Do you service directors' trucks?
Yes, sir.
Tore it up already?
When it charges, goes up.
Pete, on number 11, the Shot Creek deal, is that just wear and tear? Did we get some bad stuff go through there, or is that just normal?
This one, I believe it's the one that we got the bad stuff on,
Yes.
right? This is the one that, somehow the concrete got, dried up
Yeah,
inside the
that you
pump.
were telling us last.
Yeah, that I was telling you about the last time. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Is that due to the quality of the concrete or?
It was, not the quality, I'm gonna say it was more, based on the scheduling,
Oh.
that the trucks were showing up, not at the time that they were scheduled, so I had trucks sitting. And, eventually one of the trucks, by the time it went in there, and we did put some super in it, it just dried up so quick that, it dried up inside the pump.
Is the jolt thing still a problem?
That was Joe, that what,
No,
this
but I mean,
happened.
is it getting better? You said that they didn't have the trucks available or something.
Right, well, we're not doing any more shotcrete, so,
for the year.
yeah, we're gonna have to just look at it very closely next year when we
I
do
did,
shotcrete.
I did speak with one of Stanley's right below him, and he said they will address the problem. I guess the guy's name is Raz or Taz or something like that,
Right.
the main guy, and it was brought to their attention. Now, if anything comes from that, we'll see, but maybe this is something to bring up to them. This is the reason for the scheduling, you know,
Right.
we wouldn't have had to spend $4,000.
And it's very good material, it's just their scheduling is horrible.
Which is very unusual, they used to be noted for their scheduling. Okay, that's true. Okay. Questions, gentlemen?
Number 45, what happened there?
This, we were burning here off of the, it's a Clint, just the lateral.
No, 45 is, let Lisa, 45 is the rock with the rock.
Oh, the rock, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was looking at. They were mowing up off of the, it was a Montoya, right?
And the Montoya drain off,
Montoya drain.
right by
a
Riverbend.
tractor. And it was a good sized rock. It hit this Yukon, and unfortunately, this Yukon still had new plates on it. They had just had it a day, I
Right.
think.
Oh,
So it hit the
Vermis
panel.
windshield.
Then it had a badge that said Denali on it, so.
The first in always happens.
So that's what that, and you know, a lot of times going, I mean, this route is of our deductible with our insurance.
Yeah,
Instead of, because our deductible's 2,500.
right.
I don't know myself burning.
Were they good with it though? I mean, obviously, it's an accident, they didn't raise much hell.
No, they were very,
No.
very, very good about it,
So good.
very understanding.
So you need glasses, windshields. Cost a lot of money. Right below there, Texas Irrigation Council, 26 annual dues, is that about what we've been paying the last few years?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes,
About
Mr.
96
President.
now?
Correct.
On number 43, the changing to LED lights. Is that, how many are we talking about?
That was our parking lot out here, I think it was
Oh.
6.
Okay. Why didn't we do that sooner?
I wish we had. We were still running off the same lights that were installed when the building was built.
Oh. That's gonna be a big change there. And how many was it?
I believe it's 6.
Only 6? Okay.
Yeah, but they're large.
Yeah.
Can you see the writing in the parking lot better now?
Yes.
On the spaces?
I have one last question. The 65-inch TV on number 59?
Yes.
Where's that?
So that's in dispatch, one of our TVs we use for our GPS, for all of our fleet, it burned out.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna ask a Miguel question here, because he used to always ask on the hub stuff. Mine went up significantly this year. Did ours
Yes.
as well?
As
Yeah,
well as we're gonna see.
every insurance I got, tremendous, especially anything having to do with health.
That as soon as I called them up on it, they're, oh, here, we can adjust this stuff to you, so.
And then, of course, the new vehicles, so.
It's quarterly, right?
Yes. Yes.
Anybody else? Okay.
The following is our April's credit card expense report. Do you have any questions?
Is both of the professional developments the same one?
Mine is Santa Fe, and I believe that we did
Safety
this
is
year's,
one.
yes.
That's-
But Mary had to put a deposit as well, right, at the beginning?
Yes, it is.
In Santa Fe.
We had to separate.
Oh,
That was just the deposit. When we booked the rooms.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the annual meeting, that's their compact meeting. Okay. Next.
Next is our legal and consulting fees report.
Okey-dokey, we got a new line in there.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, this engineering.
Or less engineering. Congratulations, Jay, that's your name in there.
Thank you, Art.
Oh, well, maybe you put Jarrett's name in there somewhere, he needs a line with a lot of zeros behind it. But nothing fancy in front of it.
So that's just licensing, Jane? For the, have we figured out anything on the, maybe this is an out deal, or if we talk about now the pond stuff, has anything come from
Ponds,
that? Pond grant stuff?
yes, we're
That's, that is
submitting
in
an
the works.
application, yeah, we're working on the application to submit, it's due the end of July.
End of July, it's due the end of July, so we won't even know until.
Probably, I think September is
Yeah, it'll
the
take them
selection.
a few months after that,
Yeah.
Jarrett, usually. Okay. All right.
Can you remind me what the Kent Smith, what did they provide for us? Because,
Labor.
The labor.
It's our labor,
Oh, that's it.
that's our employment.
so they had an issue just in March so far.
Yes, these were the contracts. Yes, employee,
Okay, so-
mine, J. Mary's
So this is all we allow?
That's all.
That's all we allow? This is-
That's $1,000?
Yeah.
That's what we've paid so far.
No,
Oh, no,
that's,
yeah, that's a budget.
that's just a budget.
That's what we got.
It can be adjusted, but,
Yeah, but it's
Kent
we allow.
Smith is only
Yes.
when needed.
It's only, we don't use so much.
We usually use CB burns, you don't want that, anything.
What's your turn up?
No.
Or her worst hat, Charlie Nice.
How did it come to 450 from 375?
For 70, for 75.
375, and over here, that's the only total I see, and it's got
75.
450 over here.
And 75 for January.
January of 75.
And 75 for.
75 for March.
75, 450.
Oh, there we go, okay, gotcha.
That's 75 and then 80, 50,
Gotcha.
75, and 450 right here. Total.
Let me see here. See, I see you picking up that stuff. Does that mean you think you're through? Anybody else got any
If
more
there's any
questions?
more questions.
No? Anybody? No? Okay, well, you were correct. Yeah.
I
Get outta
do,
here.
I do
Get outta
have the
here. Thank you.
final item, Mr. Ivy, for
Oh,
approval.
you do?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
5G is to remove the prior director and add Mr. Rodriguez to all our bank accounts.
Oh, yeah. Where we got that?
5D.
5D, okay, there it is. Okay, so we need a motion to do just that. We need Hector's, John Hancock on another document to make sure that he's on the thing with Westar, right?
Correct.
at
And I
the same
have all
time,
of the
we're-
documentation for you, for all of you to sign at the end.
We're
of
almost
it.
decided.
Correct.
Okay, so we need a motion.
Make a
Yes.
motion to approve.
Right, Jeremy made a motion, Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Keep up here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rose.
There are no tax
Hi,
adjustments.
Sonia.
There
There
are
are
no tax
no,
adjustments, no sir.
okay,
Our next report for information purposes. Excuse me. It's the El Paso Water Utilities, we have a Public Service Board, Lower Valley Water District, and taxes.
okay. 8 suits gone, okay.
There's a slight activity on leases. You all have any questions?
Hearing none, go on. Thank you.
Our next report is the tax comparison and collection, 2024-25 tax assessment. May of 2025, we were at 95.5377%. Presently, we're at 94.2986%. And just a reminder, there was an increase on our tax rate on also the water delivery of
Also
last
what?
year. There was an increase in
Oh,
our tax
yeah.
rate. Yes, sir. And just for information purposes, we also send out delinquent notices this month. There was a total of 3,200.
3,200.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 'cause
Do you normally get a response once the water comes in from a better response?
When,
We get the water from the dam?
oh, yes,
It picks up?
greatly.
We're already
Yes.
starting to see a little bit.
It's starting to see
Or
it.
we're seeing a lot more traffic, last couple of years.
Yeah, the phone calls are coming in, and
Now,
when
do we-
I'm interrogating them, the money's coming in.
Do we have a penalty on that stuff?
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
this penalty starting February 1st.
and it's fairly significant, 10% or?
Well, February we started 7%, and then March it's 9, April 11, and then May it's 13, and that's on the current year.
So that comes out on the delinquent notice,
Yes,
what
sir.
they owe?
Yes.
Yes, sir. And then July 1st, if not paid, the accounts are turned over to Life Offer for collection.
And
So
what
it's
month
counting
did you
interest
say?
and their fee,
And what month did you turn it over to Lineberg?
July 1st.
Of the
Okay,
following.
by the end of the following year,
Mhm.
okay.
And that's why it's very
So they got
important we
all
send
year.
out the May notices, because there's a notice saying if you don't pay by the end of June, July 1st, it turns over to the law firm for collection.
Okay, very good. Yeah, we're a little behind, but,
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
close.
we're pretty close. All right,
That's it. Okay,
any
thank
other
you.
questions? Thank you, Rose. That
Thank
was
you.
Great, thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okey dokey, general manager report, looks like this, none. Nothing today. Consulting engineer and district engineers reports and recommendations concerning the following. All right, J and L, you're on.
I'll go start with these.
Al, we'll start.
Forecast, yeah.
Is that gonna start with some good news this time?
We got- It's always good, huh?
Hello, Al.
Hey, we're ready to make the allocation, right? This is it.
You don't seem
Okay.
too excited.
Let me go ahead and share the screen, Jay, see what, if you can display that for them. Give me a second here.
We'll be able to do a sec. Okay. All right, we're good.
All righty, I don't see it on my end, but maybe it's there, it's okay.
Okay, so what's What's there is EPCWID Farmers Meeting 2026 allocation, May 13th. Yeah.
Just on my version, it's all blanked out. So this is what I'm recommending is, we talked about it before, allocation 18 inches, 1.5 feet. You know, the water's targeted now to be released on May 29th. It arrives on the 2nd. We don't know the arrival date exactly. Probably should hedge on that a little bit, give us between the 2nd and the 3rd. Estimated shutdown for EPCWID is June 30th to July 3rd. You know, none of these are we going to know exactly until they happen. Mexico's around July 15th, typically 2 weeks later. And then ours is going to be between the 21st to the 31st. We'll continue on allocations after the shutdown in the lower valley. Obviously, we won't have water in the upper valley, but we'll continue to finish out people that didn't get their last irrigation or still have allocations left. I think we did this, Enrique can talk to this, did this before. So they're first in line for the return flows. The return flows will be, you know, strong for a couple of days. So we knock out some more irrigations, and then they'll start to taper off pretty fast. We're going to continue to run the wells to try to increase the amount of allocation water we can get distributed. It's important for us to be able to run we're estimating about 2 weeks after we shut off the reservoir to be able to give this 1.5 feet. The water that we'll be pumping and using in the lower valley is, even though it can be diverted in the upper valley, is still a part of their allocation. And for us to get to this 1.5 feet to the upper valley, we need to be able to do that in the lower valley and produce that water. So that water is shared on a per acre basis on paper, so that they'll just get more water from the reservoir. Upper valley have to use their water a little bit faster, so you know, Enrique and I talked about trying to get the upper valley to third irrigation, and for some people or second irrigation, depending on how much they use on the first irrigation. Get it out as quick as possible in the upper valley. We'll have a little more time to do that in the lower valley, and that helps everybody to be able to do that. We'll look at some more detailed numbers on that, but this is basically the summary I'm proposing to present at the farmers meeting today. And so I'd like any input from you guys on that. If you want me to go through, I'm going to go through the watershed report here in a second too. I'm going to come back to this at the end, and you guys can tell me what you want changed at the end. The next slide is, you know, we did get a little snow up there last week. This is May 5th, so before the snow, didn't change it much. It did go up a little bit. The precipitation numbers don't look terrible, but they're not great. Of course, the snow water equivalent numbers are really, really poor on doing that. Chama Basin is really bad, and we get a lot of our water from the Chama Basin, so that's unfortunate. Sangre de Cristo doesn't really matter. It does provide a little bit, and indicates general health of the watershed, so, but those are all pretty low. You know, you guys have seen this one. This is really didn't change anything in terms of what's going on. We did hold on to a little bit of snow longer than we thought. You'll see that in this graph. Oops, excuse me. Let me get there. So this is that last little bit of snow right here that we got. It started to melt, went back up, so that's good. Most of this stuff is melting right now. Today, it's been pretty warm up there the last couple of days. This is the flow. So you're seeing that from that last snow event. This is up at Del Norte. Prior to the snow, and it melted at lower elevations real fast. In fact, started melting the day after the event, but you're seeing a pretty good pickup from that last event of flow. That flow hasn't reached New Mexico yet. I don't know how much of it will reach New Mexico. We'll see if we get any of it. It won't be anything major, but we should be able to detect it if it comes through. It hasn't made it to the state line yet. But it should show up today or tomorrow a little bit. Right now, it's showing that most of that is being diverted or consumed in Colorado. If you look at Ottawa, you see it's real flat. It's you know, nothing spectacular. It's a pretty low number for Ottawa. They're in the 350 range, 307 on doing that. And then, of course, into the Narrows right now, we're at a fairly low number, 68, but that's all within the, it's actually slightly better than what I predicted last month. Not anything significant though. They've started transferring water from Alpha Butte, so we can only look at the combined reservoir. You can't just look at Alpha Butte right now because water's being transferred. So we have to shift to looking at both reservoirs. You can see that it's we're real flat right here, showing that even though there's some inflow coming into it at the narrows, that all that inflow is basically being used for to pay for the evaporation or other losses. And the evaporation, of course, has increased now since we're moving water down to Caballo. We have more surface area, so we're seeing it. I'll have another slide here. All right, this slide. This is the just the inflow calculated. Much more difficult to calculate it once we're releasing water. There's a lot of noise in this calculation to begin with. You can see how the data bounces up and down. So we look at an average over a 2-week period, and you can see that a couple of weeks ago or in April, we went almost to a net inflow of 0 right around the last board meeting, and it's come up a little bit since that. But it's basically staying fairly constant. We're not seeing, but the good part of this is that we're not seeing major losses. We see some days on their data that they're showing that, but that's noise in the system right now. We do anticipate this number going to 0. Hopefully not negative. There's no signs for me, at least my calculations, that it will go negative yet. So it'll just basically whatever inflow we get will pay for evaporation. This is the complicated, we've had this allocation sheet for years. We've modified it a little bit to make it a little more accurate. It's just to show you. So everything that goes in prior to this, all those numbers I've been showing you over the time about the snowpack and the runoff, those are all forecasting the inflow to the reservoir. This is taking what's in the reservoir and allocated to us and calculating what we think to our best of our ability to calculate it right now. It's a forecast too of what we'll be able to deliver on doing it. So we try to be very conservative on this. It's only based on water that's in the reservoir right now, but there's some big numbers that are important. One is that, here, the number of days of production I'm looking at to finish this out, even though we're going to run 60 days in the reservoirs, we extended it 14 days for the lower valley. That's what I was talking about before. That gives us more production from effluent and more production from the wells to be included in the allocation to get everybody more water. Again, that water is shared. Even though it only comes in the lower valley, it's shared in the allocation with the upper valley on doing that. And the same with the sewage effluent. So the lower valley has the advantage of when we go off allocation of having some return flow available, the upper valley doesn't. Upper valley has the advantage of when we do this sharing, lower valley gets the poor water quality and the upper valley gets the high water quality. Because the water for the upper valley is coming from the reservoir, which is significantly higher quality than the effluent, and everybody knows our wells are worse than the effluent on setting that. So it's a trade-off. We've been doing this for years to make more water for everybody. So that ups our supply. We still are going to have a very aggressive district efficiency. I know 70% doesn't sound like it is, but in a drought, our fixed losses are still the same to fill up the canals. We'll be using the wells primarily to fill up the canals. You'll see those start up here this week. In fact, we'll start filling up and wetting the canals with well water. And so that we have a higher efficiency. We'll even be doing that in the upper valley to where we don't have very many wells up there, but to where we can on setting it up. But we've decreased it a little bit from last year, but it's still a very challenge. It's a challenging number to get it as high as 60-70% this year because we have such a small amount of water to spread it out over. Last year we had 4 irrigations for small tract. I did an analysis on small tract, and we have a white paper on that I can share with you guys if you want to see it. I shared it with the executive committee, but I just got it done, so I haven't got it out to everybody. So I'll tell you about it. Basically, the way that we were calculating that compared to EPCWID and to Salt River Project. Salt River Project's a district that's very similar in that they have a lot of small tract irrigation, and it's a reclamation project, and they've got a much more extensive small tract process that actually requires the hiring of water masters or irrigators that irrigate all their small tracts. What their studies have shown is that there's two charges that they consider there. There's one that's how much water actually gets to the small residential plot, and then there's a charge that's related to the average charge to fill the ditches up. We hadn't been doing that. If you do that, add that into it, it comes out to the number is about 6 inches per irrigation. We were using just what was delivered to the house at their turnout, which probably, that's not what we do for the city, and that's not what we do for farmers. So we normalize that in this time of extreme drought to make it more equitable. That reduces it to, it requires to have 6 inches. So here we have 1.5's allocation. You divide that by, the 18 inches by 6, and you get 3 irrigations. And on the second thing on that is in the Upper Valley, we don't have the time to get to the 4th irrigation. So there's 2 things. One, making it more equitable based on measurements that we had available. We know it takes water to fill up those call day ditches, those community ditches. We haven't been charging for that before. This year we're charging for it in this calculation. And then this is the estimated amount that we'll be using for those people. Enrique gave me the amount of land we think will be calling for water total. That's be not for the city contracts and not for the small tract, but everything else. And we've estimated that to be 29,000. We need your guys' input on that number, but that's a little bit less than last year. But we're seeing some, which is good. We're seeing some farmers holding out land. Okay, I'd like to stop on that number right there and get your guys' input on it. Do you think 29 is the right number?
That's hard to tell.
Yeah, from what I see, I'd say it's gonna be even a little less than that, but, what was it last year? Is it Enrique? What was it last year?
32.
32? Oh,
Well, that's what I used last year. I don't know, Enrique can tell you what the actual number ended up being.
So if it was 32 last year, that sounds good. Okay,
Sounds kind of good.
sounds about right, Al.
Okay. Again, that's, these are the best we can come up with. So you go through all that. There's a little charge I gotta put in. It's very small this year. Our estimate of it is for having to do with the Cantertail well field, but we're not gonna be running very long, so the effects of that we don't expect to be very big on our allocation. What water's left over after I do all that 4.3, I have to use that water to pay for the river losses when EPID, when Mexico goes off at the end of the year, then we're paying for all the river losses, and so we have to put a number in there. Right now, I've got it at 250 CFS. That's probably a little bit low, but I've got the number of days a little bit high. So in general, we think we can do it with 15,000. That's where the biggest unknown comes in on doing that. And then of course we balance out with a negative 93. The accuracy of these numbers such is that it's give or take 1,000 acre feet at least, maybe more than that. So 93 is effectively 0. And then these are just dates that run that the daily use number comes out to be 745 CFS for us. That's lower. We usually target 800 to make it work. So that's gonna put Enrique in a little tighter operational situation. But that's the best I could do and get the 18 inches. And so it's just challenging to everybody. We've already had meetings this morning. We start operational meetings tomorrow with the whole project. We go 20 where daily operational calls start, of course, once release starts, and we run 7 days a week. And we have to do, instead of doing monthly calculations, we have to do weekly calculations to stay on top of this. We actually do daily calculations. We run a simulation model of storage in the reservoir every day for our operations meeting. We run the hydraulic model, the HECRAS model for delivery times and river reach losses, we run that. I run it several times a day, trying to get it more accurate. It's been fairly accurate. It helps us identify if we have any unusual or abnormalities as to water loss in the system. It accents those immediately to say this never happened before, or this shouldn't be happening. So we'll continue to do that. Jay and I will both be doing that. Jay's going to the field with me on the initial release. That's a 3-day period. Then we go and monitor the flow in New Mexico to make sure that it gets down to at least below Mesilla, where we pretty much take operational control at that point, and we follow it all the way down to Corshane, and make sure that Enrique gets his water. The procedure we do this year will be the same as last year, is that we get the water stabilized and delivering to Mexico and to us, and EPCWID all at the same time. So EPCWID does not take their water when it first arrives. They have to wait till we get it down to Corshane, and then we use them to slow the wave coming down or to speed it up if we need to speed it up. So when they come on at Leesburg and Mesilla, and we come on at Mesilla, we use that as a brake on the wave that's coming down. And we release a very strong amount of water, 2,600 CFS is what we're targeting, maybe 27. And then sometimes we bump that number up after we get the water down there a little bit, because if they take the water out at Array, it doesn't affect the flows downstream. It just between Caballo and Array, it can operate sort of independent of the rest of the project. And so you'll see us, but we wait until so you might see Array go on earlier, because it doesn't, we can compensate for that by just releasing more water from the reservoir. It's only 2 miles between Array and Caballo Dam, and so it's not a problem to operate that system separately from the rest of the system. Doing it. If they go on earlier, typically they'll come off earlier too. So that's a decision EPCWID will make. But that's it. That ends up, all that analysis ends up coming back to this. And so it's all integrated together. So I'm open to questions or comments or changes.
Well, have you hired the rain dance people yet? Because, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the cloud seeding didn't work because we didn't have any clouds.
So EPCWID's gonna shut down?
So the one thing about cloud seeding is you need clouds.
The estimate on EPCWID is 30 days.
30 days, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're all estimated numbers, so.
They're all estimated if it rains. Maria, you know any good rain dances up there, Maria? No.
Yeah, well, I think the whole basin is in, as Al has shown from the top down.
Yeah. We're waiting for that atmospheric river they keep talking about, so.
The only little positive thing is that the trout fishing in Creede, Colorado is pretty good right now.
Now, how would you know that?
Field trip?
Yeah.
Well, it's a hobby of mine to follow that. You gave up on Creede and went all the way up to Alaska, didn't you? Or Canada.
I went all the way to Canada, yeah.
They got a lot bigger trout up in Canada, you know what they are.
Yeah, those are huge. Those, called them lake trout, and I'd never seen trout that was that big. Amazing. Okay.
When are we gonna have the small track schedule sent out, or is that today?
It's ready to go today.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll turn it over to Enrique. It might be good to segue right into his presentation right now.
Yeah, I'd say so. All right, Enrique, go ahead. And then we'll set this allocation here before we go too much further, but let's get Enrique's take on it.
For the small tracks, we do have the schedule ready. We were just waiting for the allocation to be approved.
Okay.
We will start putting those in envelopes and mailing them out at least before Friday.
Before Friday.
Yes, and right after the board meeting, or right now, I can make you a copy so you can know the schedule as well. I didn't print one out, everybody knows, sorry about that. Yes.
Pending approval.
Pending approval.
Okay. Well, all right. else you got in your report? Give us your report, then ask us for water, and we'll make a motion.
Okay, so on our numbers, here, a little bit of history. So last year, at the same time, we irrigated 21,192 acres. This year, same time frame, we've irrigated 20,683. We're just short 500 acres, about 3% less.
That's still very good.
And right now, we're currently still working on about 500 acres currently right now. And then we're already getting some orders for the allotment water.
Wow.
We're still waiting on some more orders for the Upper Valley. But right now, currently, we have about
So
500.
we can apply for the river water already? Make the, or are you recommended or not?
Yeah, if you have orders for the return flow, it's usually recommended once
Afterwards.
once you finish irrigating, and then reset
Restart.
that
Okay.
order for the allotment water. And the reason for that, we do that is because sometimes we'll confuse each orders, and just to keep those in line.
So we're tentatively looking at the earliest dates on that, when you wanna put that in, be June 2nd?
Yes, June 2nd.
Yeah, I think is what Al just told us on that.
Yes. And like Blair said, it's gonna be tight. We're gonna do our best to make sure we deliver
Yeah.
as much of that allotment water.
A lot of well water, and we're gonna have to tell everybody to be ready again,
Yes.
right? Almost like a return flow situation, be ready when it's in your area,
Correct.
hopefully.
Yes. Once it's in the area, we'll try to knock everybody out and order driven, same as we do with return flow.
Order driven, okay, so we need to get those orders in early. Huh? Yeah.
Just thinking.
I can't emphasize this, the train is, we're getting ready to leave the station, so I can't slow it down. Already now, you got East meeting as we meet, this stuff's locked in. We gotta get the orders, so we gotta get the word out. People want, when we start up, you gotta take the water.
Okay. Well, this is gonna, it's looking like this could be another 213, like 2013 repeat, couldn't it?
Now, 13, we ran for 45 days. We've learned a lot since then. We've got more water this year than we had in 13.
Go to 6.
So, we should be able to get this done with the 18 inches. You know, there's always a contingency that we'll have to, that we run out of water and we shut down a little bit early, but we'll make up that with our wells and our return flow we'll continue that on until we get to that number and everybody gets their chance. But right now, if for example, if we have a situation where, you know, we hit it hard with 600 to 800 CFS and I get that water delivered, I'm gonna deliver whatever Enrique tells me. But you know, normally what we deliver is in the 600 to start range, and you guys don't take it. That's right off the 18 inches. I mean, that's gone. I mean, we're not going to deliver it. It's going to drop our efficiency, and we're going to tell people, hey, you know, I don't know how to convey to the public how serious this is. I mean, we're doing everything we can to optimize the system and to promote efficiency. And that puts us at a risk because we're sticking, you know, we're pushing the ability to run this system this efficiently in this situation. But that's what we should be doing.
Right.
And so, but we need the cooperation that once that water is headed this way, that even if maybe it's not the perfect day to irrigate, you're going to irrigate. And
So
it's just
the
no choice.
The earlier you order the water, the better off it's for you, right?
Yes. No, we have an idea
That
of
way
how
you
much we
can-
need to order.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and you can start your planning, because it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
And, Al, you're gonna be there at the afternoon meeting with the farmers too, to tell them this good news, right? About being-
Right, yeah, I tell it to them 3 times and you tell it to them 3 times.
Yeah,
And then we'll only miss a third of the people.
yeah, and we'll still have half the people.
And Rick, you can take all the phone calls after that.
Yeah.
I'm already getting those calls.
He's been taking it.
Yeah, then he has.
I'm just a little bit nervous that there's only 500 acres ordered, you know,
Yeah, don't worry, when they hear about this today, those will increase, I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, thank you, Enrique. Is this a position that sounds like it's time for us to make it official on our allocation? Correct? Al, y'all thinking 18?
That's what the number shows.
I'm recommending 18.
Highly recommend 18. All right, Chair will entertain a motion. Who's gonna make that motion? I'll make the motion. All right, Larry made the motion, 18 inches. Jared second. All in favor of that allocation? That's for the year at the moment, subject to change, but that's where we're at. All in favor of that motion for 18 inches allocation, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, it's gonna be 18 inches, folks, and we're gonna try and start, well, we don't have to tell them that, we'll tell, well, yeah, we do. We're gonna try and start, release May 29th. Arrive down here maybe as early as June 2nd. depending.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later. I'll hedge that number to the 3rd or the 4th. We hope to get it there on the 2nd and
Okay.
latest the 3rd.
We
There's 2 other resolutions you need to pass. One is, I believe, for the non-taxable land.
That is correct.
In that case,
Yeah.
normally we'd give the same amount of water, which was the most of that, I believe. Enrique can comment on this better than me, but it would be the 18 inches also, or 3 irrigations if it's small tract.
All right.
And then I need one for the 2001 contract for 6,575 acre feet is how much we'll be delivering under the 2001 contract.
Okay. Let's give me a motion then first for the, let's do the 2001 contract. Let's get that. Who makes that motion? Larry made the motion.
Second.
With that exact same amount that Al just said.
6,500.
And,
6,575.
Okay. And George seconds. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Same sign. Okay. And the other was for the small tract, correct?
It's for the non-taxable,
Oh, yeah, it's for the non-taxable. And we set the rates.
for the lands owned by the county and school district and churches.
yeah.
Like I say, Enrique could probably talk to that better than me.
Okay.
I mean, I think we just treat them the same as everybody else historically,
Right,
except for
that's,
they
but
pay
we
a
need to
slightly
have a
different
separate
fee.
motion.
You don't set the fee until the tax time, so, but this is the allocation.
But we're allocating the same amount of water. Is that
I-
correct?
Yeah, it's sort of a question to present to Enrique and to Rose, I guess, but I believe that's correct.
Yes.
Isn't that the way we've always done it?
Yes, sir. It's the same.
Okay. They may not use it, but that's what, because a lot of the schools won't use it, right?
Yes, some of them won't use it.
Okay, but that's what we're allocating to the schools if they want it. And I keep forgetting, we did tax and arrears, so they don't know what they're paying for it until next year either. But they can go on what we paid last year.
Yes, sir.
We don't set a rate.
No,
No.
exactly that.
Okay. We're just setting an allotment for water. Okay, now I got it, I think. All right, I'll entertain a motion regarding that, the what do they call?
Taxable.
Non-taxable, yeah.
I'll make the motion for this.
Right, Larry made the motion, and Jared second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. 1, 2, 3. All right, what else we got? Was that it, Al? Was that covered?
That's it. That was enough, huh?
That's done. I'm just trying to think in my own brain if that's, yeah, we covered everything. And generally, we don't have to do it that way, but in general, we've been charging in the same pretty much as the farmer's
Yes, sir.
rate at the end of the season.
Yes, sir.
I would charge them a little bit more for administrative costs and
Do
then,
we? But it's, yeah.
This is only.
Okay,
This is only.
now who's keeping?
so now you can make a motion to adjourn. We're done. Let Pete off the hook.
It's usually,
No.
it's entertaining with Pete and that,
Now we want to see all the pictures. Come on, Pete, break it
All right.
apart. Yeah, Come on up, we wanna see the picture.
It's actually a short presentation, so.
Oh,
Yeah, we were a little disappointed too.
Yeah, they told me to keep it under 60 pictures, so I'm not gonna mention names, but yeah, right now, we're basically concentrating on our delivery system. Right now, we've got all our mowers up and running and, in all the units. I've got 2 mowers per unit. And, this morning, I pulled the mowers from the drains, off the drains also, to assign them to the delivery system. As right now, I need to make sure that our delivery system is clean, to make sure that Enrique can run water through it without any restrictions and stuff, so right now, all our focus is on our delivery system. We do have one herbicide truck spraying. He's been out in the field for about 2 weeks already. I will be starting the second one on Monday to start up in the west side. Right now, all my repairmen are pretty much focusing on any kind of turnouts or leaking, and it comes to me, and as he's draining these canals, so we go in there and kind of work on these turnouts. And then, let's see here.
Is there a remote over there?
Yes,
How's
I
it?
was trying to-
Yeah.
I see you're getting a little fancy.
Yeah, I thought I experimented a little bit yesterday.
But you had time on your hands.
I asked advice from the expert.
Huh?
I asked advice from the expert.
Your assistant, your assistant?
Yeah, my wife. Okay, so. This picture here is pretty much just for information. This is up there at that big cement lake.
Cement lake they've been
Yes, sir,
talking
yeah,
about.
that you
The lake
were
we
hearing
never
the
knew
news
nothing
of.
about.
Yeah.
That's the deterioration that was going on, and the amount of water that was going into the river. So they did start off with 6 pumps, and eventually brought it up, I think it was either 12 or 14 pumps. So it did help Enrique quite a bit on getting some of these irrigations watered out. Unfortunately, it's gone, so. And, but yeah, you can see the deterioration that was.
What's the city gonna do with that? Are they gonna rebuild it, or?
Yes.
That's private, isn't it?
Yeah, it belongs to the El Paso Water.
But prior to that,
Prior to that, it used to belong to
Joe.
TxDOT.
I thought it was
Eh.
Joe's.
It was Job at one time. Job sold to TxDOT, then TxDOT sold to El Paso Water. When the expansion of, I guess the new border highway was going through,
Yeah.
TxDOT purchased it. And El Paso Water, from my understanding, had just purchased it about a month ago when they came upon this. Okay, something that we ran into, this is up there at Riverside Wasteway 1, you know, I don't know if it's an animal or somebody's digging a hole underneath a walkway there to kind of hide stuff, I really don't know. But this is up there by Wasteway 1, right by the river.
You mean that's the way you found it?
That's the way we found it, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, this, the picture on the left kind of shows it from standing up.
Yeah.
The picture on the right shows where they were kind of digging it out, but I don't think it's an animal because it's too clean.
Yeah, somebody's doing
Like a
it.
person fit in there, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like, yeah. Al, can y'all see the screen? The photos? Al, Maria, Renee, can y'all see?
Yeah, I can see, great.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it was either a stash point, probably a stash point.
Right.
Yeah, we might have stashed
Probably.
for either people or stuff.
You see our conduit right there, their electrical conduit right on the side
Yeah.
there. So I guess it got disrupted because they didn't do it all the way through, it's just, it looks like they started making it deeper here in the inlet. The other side, you can see how much,
Yeah,
they still were done with it.
nice little hideout.
And I'm still working with the city of El Paso and, next time I'm getting some of these culverts. This is Piedras, the Franklin Canal de Piedras. So they have finished Piedras, they've moved on to Copia, they're working on Copia right now. And there you got a before and after picture of, how Piedras is coming out, or how it came out.
Yeah, that was a mess, but.
Some of our work that's done inside the welding shop, I think I showed you guys pictures last month from another bucket that we had just completed from the other excavator. So that one's out on the field, we brought another one in and we're starting to work on this one. So right now, we're doing work on this bucket, we've got work on a mower and the grate we also just got repaired. So we're going in there just kind of redoing it completely. This is American Canal Wasteway number 3. This one here, these gates have been seized here for some years now. So this year, we went in there to try to see if we could get them to break open. So you can see the first one, it is open, so that one, we got it open. The other 4, we couldn't make them budge.
Those box looking things are metal?
Yes, sir. Yeah, where the guys are working, right there, we're removing the adjustments on it to see if maybe we can pry the gate away from the concrete there to see if maybe we can raise them. The actuators on top are working, but they just don't have enough torque to break them loose. We went as far as even trying to put some floor jacks to see if we can pry them open. They won't budge. So these are some of the IBWC employees, because it is their responsibility to maintain it, but we went out there to try to help them, being that that we need them.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to go any further, because the last thing we wanted to do was break a gate and then find ourselves trying to figure something out, so close to water season. So we just walked away, and we'll hit it again right after water season to see if maybe we can break them loose.
How long they been there?
Since the American Canal was built. So
Oh,
how long was
okay.
Well, it's been a while. And unfortunately, I was hoping to get a crane in there, but there's no way to get a crane. You got the border wall with a 30-foot wall on the back side. And if I go from the left bank, I gotta go clear across the whole American Canal.
You said you used floor jacks, that like a railroad jack? Those
Yeah.
big old railroad jacks?
Oh yeah, the big ones.
And you couldn't budge?
They wouldn't budge.
Wow.
When's the last time that they were all operational?
They haven't been operational, I'm gonna say probably, I can't ever remember them being operational. I remember 2 of them working.
Is that flood control, or is that the reason
Yes.
for that? That's flood control?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
So the one works perfectly now.
this one on the upstream side, you can see where it's open. There used to be a time where 2 of them would work. The other one, we can't seem to get it to budge either. And for a while here, this first one was working, and when we started, it actually seized up on it also. But we managed to get it open, being that, I guess it wasn't so long.
What are they lined with? I mean, what are the?
They actually sit inside a frame. So that piece in the back that you see that kind of upright, that gate goes in a frame that's got rails on it. So it's running in the rails of that frame. And then you adjust it with I think it's got about 8 wedges around the gate that you adjust them to tighten. But we did loosen every wedge, and they still wouldn't budge.
So it's just decaying and.
I think they're just rusted shut.
Wow.
But we'll
Yeah, they'll be rusted, they're just seized from the track, so typically, those are so big, they use an impact type device to hit it hard, to break it, to impact it. Hydrogate will take care of that, they just need to call them and they'll tell them what to do. The guy that manufactured the gate knows how to free them up.
Yeah, and I did.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pete. You're gonna make the solution worse than the problem. Just they need to call the gate company, and the gate company will give them the directions down on freezing.
Right. And I did reach out to them already, Al, and yeah, they asked me to send them an email, and then they would go ahead and have one of their techs call me. But,
Right.
I do want to make sure that I get IBWC involved, because if there is any damage done to them, I mean, this is their responsibility.
Yeah, it's their gates. I mean, they own the gates.
We're just doing it.
I guess we should have been exercising them more, but they might have seized, right away, and we stopped. We only make very minimal deliveries there for the Teaguas. And it doesn't function well as a flood control structure. That's why they haven't been exercised, because when in 2006, when we had the big flood and we had to use the American Canal extension for a flood conveyancing, we could not use these gates because they're upstream of the cofferdam, and to get water out of the system, we had to be able to discharge it downstream, so we had to use Riverside Wasteway 1. That's why we built that system, and after 2006 to solve this problem. But it turns out, I'm not gonna go into the math or the hydraulics, but it turns out that these gates were never effective as flood control gates.
Water
So,
from the river
that's
actually
why they
backs
never
up
got
into the
used.
American Canal.
At the top, is there an overflow?
No,
There isn't? No.
no, the only overflow we got is on the radial gates down the street from there.
Yeah, it's designed hydraulically, Wasteway 1 is where you have to put the flood water, not here. And we've got the whole Riverside design and part of our design to handle that, so everything should go out Wasteway 1 at Riverside, not this location.
Wow.
And we've used it a little bit, Pete. Didn't we use it once? I can't remember, we used it a couple of times for just when we had too much water in the system.
Yeah,
One gate will
I believe it.
probably, what do you think? One
Yeah,
gate
it's-
handles 300, 400 CFS? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that gate it'll suck at least 300 feet. Yeah. But Enrique pretty much drops those radials, and whenever you have excess water, you'd rather divert there than bring it into the system, correct?
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to be diverted, not there from the operation, that we don't have this metered, so we're supposed to minimize diversions there except for deliveries to the T-Bus, and we're supposed to divert, not let the stuff into the system up at Settling Basin, and that's what the normal process is.
Right.
So, we don't want to use this site for a regulating facility, only in an emergency.
Okay, now some of the, to show you a couple of pictures of the drains within the city of El Paso. And all these pictures are on the Montoya drain. Again, keep in mind that next month you will see no pictures of the city drains because I'm pulling all the motors off. This one here is the Mesa drain, just right here by North Loop and 1110, where all the tumbleweeds from those fields are coming into our drain. So then we got the Icon homes right beside there, so we got these big homes there, so I started getting a lot of complaints. We try to reach out to the landowners, but well, I didn't like the response, so we went out there and took care of it.
On the
The
other side.
developer. Yeah, so. But it's been taken care of. Then a couple of the drains outside the city limits. These are down in Faden's area. This is over there by Elam Road. And then some of our problem that we're having within with the high winds. And then of course, some complaints from residents on the Franklin Canal, which wasn't too bad, but this is the Lee lateral. We're also doing a lot of grading and Fresnoing out there, removing spoil from on top of our banks. This canal, we dug it out 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and actually we just got the time to go in there and kind of remove everything. We are finished with the branch B. We finished it on Monday, and we moved over to the branch A. All this dirt, we're utilizing it and hauling it to canals that we need to raise the banks. This is to the B. That's what it looks like after we've got completed. And then we're using the dirt to rig up our ditch banks. This is the Franklin Canal below 375, where the concrete is above the dirt. So we're building up our ditch banks. This is the Y303, same thing. And then we continue doing some digging on our canals, again, trying to get ready for water. This is up there on the west side of the Montoya D. And then this is the Hornao, same thing. And then the T131, I want you to kind of see all the berming that goes along the road there. And what it looks like after we're done with it. A couple of relocation of turnouts. And And of course, we're still rebuilding some of these check gates. This is out there in the Tornillo Check 14. And then this is the Irwin. I think I spoke to you guys about this one last week, where water would go into this resident right here, with culvert holes. So we decided to go in there and kind of bury this section. We had some pipe there, some PVC pipe in the yard. This is an area that cannot be traveled. All maintenance got to be done by hand. This is up there by where Robert lives, actually, by Gregerson. Just kind of show you some of the obstacles we go through. Here we're covering it up already. We had to literally get the dirt off the dump truck to cover because we had nowhere to dump.
Pipe looks small.
36-inch pipe. That's what it looked like when we were looking for it.
Pretty good.
So there's rumors that we're gonna go ahead and put a park bench there.
I was gonna,
Put a park bench there. Named this the Triple R Park.
Robert Rios.
Robert Rios, Rodriguez, and Rick Sinclair. So we're gonna sit there and drink coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
It's grass. It's grass, yeah, it's good.
That was that black pipe, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Somebody you gotta watch there, somebody burning tumbleweeds.
Right. The good thing about it is that the only thing you've got is that little space from
Yeah,
the
that's
culvert.
it.
So,
Should be.
and then the rest of the Irwin is also buried.
Yeah,
So we get really no tumbleweeds in there.
yeah, that's good.
Any questions for me?
What was your response from the home builders? Not my problem?
Exactly. He goes, it's none of my property no more, so it's not my problem no more.
You gotta keep your land clean.
And that's how it started, because we went down there and asked him
Just,
to disc his weeds. And we showed him the drain, and his response was, well, it's not my property no more, so it's not my problem, it's yours. Okay, thank you.
seems like county get involved in something like that too, because I know they've been going around, I see these places that are grown up, and there'll be a stake with a little note.
And actually, the city of Clint is the one that came down here and advised us that the people from the Icon Homes were complaining. So I did send them to that property.
Well, you just go mow it?
Yeah, that's what we did. We got it. It's already been cleaned.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Pete, very much. Thanks. Let me see, we're about ready, looks like for Sharon. So let's see, it's about a 15-minute break. Be back here about 10:25.